Africa might be a better place to be in America if you want me to be 1,000% honest. If you want me to be real with you. If you want me to be real. Like it's a lot of countries in this world that's better than here, bro. If you want me to be 1,000%. That's first. Second, well, but how it's not constitutionally possible for them to put us the fuck out. Like it's not a thing.
Okay. Welcome to the Uncultured Roots Podcast. Welcome back to the Uncultured Roots Podcast. I'm Brother 17.
It's your man, Hersh Mbagwu, HM Hersh Mbagwu. What up?
.com.
It's reverse day.
If it's out. And this your man, G Flye. What up, though, my babies?
This motherfucker forgot his intro. It's Hersh Mbagwu, HM Hersh Mbagwu.
Hersh Mbagwu.
You sure it's dry down there in Texas, man? Because I don't know, man. You know? Anyway. All right, we got a jam-packed show for y'all today. And we actually have a guest. We have a guest on the show today.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time since he's been on the show before. He's had a interesting perspective on the show on the channel before, and we're going to bring him back. He is simply known as Tay. What up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though?
Yo.
How y'all boys feeling today, man?
Man,
good.
Striving and surviving.
Same shit.
All right.
Different toilet.
Different toilet.
Yeah. All right, let's get back into it. Just get right back into the show. So for the culture, what we got this week, Megan Thee Stallion hosts a twerk contest on Love Island. So that happened.
What is Love Island?
Love Island is it's a TV show, isn't it? If I believe.
Or something.
Oh my god!
Is it a reality show?
What is this on Zeus Network or something?
No, I think it's on.
Yeah.
I think it's on. I think it's on Netflix. If I'm not mistaken.
Netflix or Paramount or some shit like that.
Oh, Netflix. What are you doing?
I think it is.
Poor Netflix.
Going astray.
Poor little Tink.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at the twerking contest. I'm sorry. That was just funny as hell to me for some reason.
Yeah. And then something else happened in the culture. Jim Jones claims he's a better rapper than Nas.
Oh, no, I seen this. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Jumbo, man. Capo, what are you doing, bro? Capo, what are you doing?
Look, I'm gonna read.
Maybe he's just trying to get lit right quick. So you say some outlandish stuff.
But why are you coming at Nas? Nas is so unproblematic, man. Why is y'all messing with that man?
I don't get it either.
You remember to smack his kufi off. That's the kufi list.
Oh yeah.
Look, it say
he said he's gonna make. He said he told Mace. Well, I think he was on High 97 one time. He told Mace he was gonna knock his kufi off.
Yeah. He said he had a kufi list.
He's like, Mace, don't play with me, boy. You be off with your kufi. I was like, man, that dude, he wildin', bro. Why are you coming
so
at Nas,
I got
man?
this. I got this story from Hip Hop DX. It says Jim Jones has boldly claimed that he is a better rapper than Nas. Sitting down for an interview on the Joe and Jada podcast, Jones had some bold words for the rap legend. He said, "I was a superior Nas fan, but when you get into the game, you realize your idols be rivals. My son can't tell me..." Hold on. He said, "My son can't tell me one Nas record. I got a hell of a catalog. Me, Jim Jones, myself, gold records, platinum records. No diplomats, nobody else. Me, Jim Jones. Check my track record.
Your
Then check
son,
everybody else's track record."
your son, of course, would not know a Nas record. He's not old enough. He's not in that time. Now,
Right.
as a hip hop father, I'm wondering why he don't know it, and you ain't told
You
him.
put him up on Nas. You ain't playing Nas right now.
No,
I
for
guess-
And you're a Nas fan.
Yeah.
You're a superior Nas fan. Your words. You know what I mean?
Valid points, my brothers. Valid points.
Yeah, I think he also got caught up because he was saying like he had more Billboard hits and more platinum albums, and then they did some fact checking, and then he wasn't even close to Nas.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like he was just talking out the side of his mouth.
I mean, you don't have an Illmatic, though.
Yeah.
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 Like, skip the record sale. You don't have an Illmatic. Classic album.
I think that's the problem. People get short memories. You know, when people
Mhm.
when great artists age, they get short memories.
Yep.
Like, and try to downplay them and disrespect them and shit on them. But like, nah, ain't no comparison.
But Jim acting like they not checking for Nas. Like, he ain't just get on that run he was on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, people still check for Nas.
And then Jim, he kept saying like a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds, like, dude, you 47. What are you talking about? You ain't no YN, bro.
He got the mind of one, but he ain't
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Body say
I thought I
otherwise.
saw somebody say he a teen citizen or something like that. Like he still dressed like 2004 or something.
Oh my God.
I was like, man, they wilding for saying that.
Take a team
But,
citizen.
Like, man, you gotta calm down, Jim Mo. You
Yeah.
got to calm down.
I think because the younger people probably recognize him more. He more relevant to the younger generation. He
Mhm.
probably let that go to his head a little bit.
Yeah,
People
because
forget.
you're not gonna see Nas on Love and Hip Hop or none
No.
of that shit.
No,
You know. And so
nah. Nas was getting his money the other way.
yeah,
Yeah, he's getting his money for sure.
making
For
good
sure.
investments
On a
and
low.
dropping hot music and yeah, like so.
Mhm.
All right, so there are other things that happen in the culture, but not too much that was worth mentioning, at least from our perspective. Unless anyone else has anything to offer up, something they've seen in the news besides what we're about to talk about in the culture.
Nah.
That Nas and the Jim Jones thing really did stick out. I was like, what is going on? What is going on with this? What is this?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then he argued with Shay Shay.
Oh,
Who was arguing with Shake?
Nas and Shannon Sharp.
Nas and
They was like, yeah.
Nas?
Shannon. Yeah.
Was that-
No, not Nas.
Jim
Jones.
was.
I
Oh,
was about to
I was
say,
about to
it
say,
seemed
oh,
like Nas
don't
was
get
the argument.
Queensbridge started.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Mhm.
so
That's
we're gonna move on into the root of the show. And obviously, we have to talk about the giant elephant in the room, the war, or the
Lack thereof.
lack thereof, or the. It's not a war. It's a.
We just dropped some bombs on you.
Throw them
You just
bold.
gotta sit there and take it.
Drop bombs on. Drop bombs on.
All right, so I'm gonna play. Let me switch this. I'm gonna play this first clip, and it's just gonna talk a little bit about the war. Anyone that's paying attention to world news understand exactly what's going on right now. But we're still gonna play this clip. So here we go.
We have major breaking news right now. Iran is not backing down. Just hours ago, Iran's supreme leader warned Americans to expect greater damage and heavier blows than ever before. Donald Trump has responded multiple times, saying if Iran hits, the U.S. will hit back, and it'll hit harder. Meanwhile, Israeli media is reporting that Israel is pausing strikes on Iran for now. Why? They're watching to see how Iran responds next. And yes, tonight U.S. forces have launched new strikes, but here's what you need to know. Iran doesn't have the power to hit the U.S. mainland. Any attacks will likely target American bases and troops in the Middle East. In Baghdad, security has been significantly tightened. U.S. forces are on high alert, and military installations are bracing for retaliation. So, what happens next? Will Iran respond? We don't know, but the next few hours are critical. I'll be tracking it all night. Follow for real-time updates. Stay alert, this is far from over.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan.
I swear he looked like he on drugs.
He might be on medication. He up there.
Yeah.
He gotta take his meds.
So look, I want to preface before we start this conversation, because it's a heavy one. I want to preface this conversation for the audience. None of us are military experts, okay? We are simply approaching.
Not at all.
We're simply approaching this conversation from a civilian standpoint, citizens of the United States of America, and the information what you're about to hear is just our perspectives on what we see from all this shit that's going on. So I let Cuzzo go first. I let Tay go first, since he's the guest on the show today. What are your thoughts on how all of this madness is just playing out at the current moment?
Man, it's crazy to be 1,000%, because how everything is playing out, we are getting involved in, I feel like, a situation that has absolutely nothing to do with us at all. And I feel like don't nobody even really want this to really be involved with it, because it's not our business in the first place. We got a lot of stuff going on over here that need to be worried about. Why are we worried about Iran and Israel, 2 separate countries that we shouldn't have a vested interest in, but somehow we have a vested interest in one of them for some reason? I don't get it. I don't understand it. This shit is sad, because if they don't figure out how to get this together, man, I am telling you, it's gonna get scary outside. It's gonna get real scary. Real scary.
So Iran don't have the military capability to like attack the United States, but we all know they got followers, and they can inspire groups of people who can make attacks on the homeland. So
They have sleeper cells here.
Exactly.
In the US.
I don't know how this made us safer.
So let me get this straight. And shout out to that creator that got the video from. So U.S. sent something over there, and Israel bagged out. Oh, we're gonna wait and see what they gonna do.
That was man.
It sounded like let me out though.
They got it started, and then they.
Yeah, how you gonna start something and then we're gonna.
All right, we're gonna wait
Just
now.
Bah! I'm sit back. Like, what? You don't call Big Brother, now you want to run home. I don't get it. Like, why? Like Cousin just said, why are we involved in this?
Slap
like, why?
Said, you
I'm like, why are we in this at all, bro?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's going on, because that right there. Now, I didn't know about that part until this morning. I didn't know about them pausing their strikes per se all of a sudden now, since America decided to get involved yesterday. The reason that I know it makes sense for them to do this, not just from the standpoint of what you guys are thinking. It makes sense for them to do this for one simple reason. Their little Iron Dome system that's supposed to be, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of Iron Dome, their little missile defense system that they have in Iran. Well, it's not meant for long range missiles. It's meant for like short, medium range missiles. Mm-hmm. So Iran is now sending ballistic missiles, long range joints. They sending the big boys. In the videos I've been seeing, they've been hitting spots in Israel. Now, Israel's have shot some down, but they haven't been able to catch everything because, no missile defense system is 100%. Mm-hmm. But what I found out was 2 days ago, they're running low. They're running low on the missiles that they need
to
shoot down those missiles.
Israel running low?
Yes. So it makes sense that they will pause because they're like, so
how you gonna come to the fight? You ain't got enough going on.
You ain't ready.
That's what so many people were saying on
TikTok.
Start
a fight you ain't ready for.
Because they had Big Brother in the back pocket.
Not only that, but they haven't really gone up against an actual military.
Yeah, Iran is not
like
Iraq
or those other little groups they were going after. See, it was easy for you to do that to the Palestinians because they were unorganized and they weren't, it was made up of mostly civilians. So of course you're going to look superior to people that's not on your level. Iran's population is 90 plus million people.
Yeah.
It's not that many people in Israel. It's 10 million max. So, and Israel, I would just say this. Israel is fortunate that their borders do not touch Iran.
Yeah, Iran be coming to the door.
They'll be on feet.
Because if they borders touched, America would have had to get involved immediately because it would have been an instant land war, one in which Israel does not have the numbers to compete with Iran.
Yeah,
this is gonna be interesting. Let's see. All right.
Hopefully, it don't continue to spiral out of control and everybody just chill out.
That's only if China doesn't get involved.
China trying to get involved? Oh, you mean with
90% of Iran's oil that they sell goes to China.
China, yeah, because they can't sell it to nobody else.
Right. So China's getting their oil from Iran at a discount because of sanctions. China's getting oil from Russia at a discount because of sanctions. China's cleaning up.
China's loving this.
Yeah, they're cleaning up in the oil market.
Keep sanctioning them. We gonna buy that cheap oil.
But if Israel starts targeting the oil fields, if they start targeting Iran's oil, that's gonna be a bigger problem.
Yeah, because then it impact China and Russia.
But there's one. I hate to even use that term. There's one trump card that Iran can play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's to block off the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, yeah.
That's where all that oil passes through globally.
Gas gonna go up.
Everything gonna go up.
Everything going up.
This orange dude, he making everything expensive. Everything.
Not only that, it's gonna hurt the American economy like bad because that's what our economy is built off of.
Yeah,
he already turned it up.
It's funny because he was preaching how we're only going to look after American interests. We ain't worried about everybody else. America first. Then he got in and started doing all this. The opposite of what he talked about.
Well, he started with the terrors, and he hit in his mind. I guess he thinking.
This is putting America first.
We put America first, and well, y'all gonna have to pay extra if you don't want to, bring things here and sell things here or whatever. It's like, and you ain't think this through thoroughly. You didn't think this through
Or
that
y'all
thoroughly.
think they trying to be strategic to take out Iran to impact China and Russia? Because they also supplying Russia with military drones and stuff.
I think to do any of this stuff, it take strategy.
Yeah.
Well, currently, because Russia didn't come to Iran's support when this thing first kicked off, Iran stopped sending them drones.
Oh yeah.
Because Putin, he got his hands full with Ukraine.
Yeah, I was about to say
he got his hands full. He can't really do shit right
He
now.
got his hands full with what now?
He got his hands full with Ukraine.
Oh yeah.
He can't, even if he wanted to help, he can't. Like,
yeah.
The latest estimates was like he's losing like 1,000 soldiers a day on the battlefield.
Woo.
The war is treacherous, bro.
It is. Jeez,
man. The numbers have already surpassed over 1 million people who have either been unalived, injured, or just taken off the battlefield. It's been 1 million people. Y'all can go look those numbers up. I've already did the research and due diligence. It's already crossed over 1 million people. Not saying 1 million people have been unalive. It's just 1 million people have been taken off the battlefield.
Mm-hmm. So injured or
unalived or incapacitated in some form where they're not fighting.
They can't fight no more.
They can't fight. So that's a large swath.
That's a lot of people.
Of an army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he started with 1.2, 1.3 million. It's just like, I don't want to get too far in the geopolitical sphere because, I don't want to bore the audience. But what I'm saying is, here in America, we don't want war. We didn't want to be involved. Even Republicans are saying, look, man, we don't want, some of them, not all of them, because, you got your war hawks, you got your neocons, and, neoliberal people who just constantly gunning for war. But most people is struggling to pay bills. The fuck I'm going to think about a war for, and I could barely pay for groceries.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You got money for war, but you ain't got money to feed the poor.
Shout out Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like
Machiavelli.
So I guess everybody, I'll go first to close this segment out, close this story out, and everybody else can give their closing thoughts on this. Listen, man, it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be hell. Because the main things we have to worry about are other countries getting involved in this. And not only that, it's going to have long-term ramifications on a geopolitical scale. I pay a lot of attention to geopolitics, not just regular politics. Look, man, China's been wanting to take Taiwan for a very long time.
Yeah, they've been itching. And
if anybody knows anything about Taiwan, they make 90% of the world's high-performing semiconductors.
High quality. Nobody can do it like them.
They make 60% of the world's semiconductors, but 90% of the high-quality semiconductors.
Yeah.
They found a niche and dialed in.
If China decides, all right, we're going to attack Taiwan, well, America's tied up in the Middle East, and America's going to go to war over those chips because we need those chips. And if China gets their hands on them, well, there goes the U.S. military.
Look, they already got a lot of other valuable resources that they monopolize. They've been playing the long game for a long time. And it's about to start paying off. So America is kind of shook right now, China, when it comes to like resources.
You saying China been playing a long game?
Yeah, oh yeah.
With the rare earths and all of that? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Hersh can attest to it because of what he do for a living, which we're not going to get into all of that.
Yeah.
So he knows. So But yeah, that was my closing thought on this. Look, man, if other countries start getting involved, I mean, obviously the U.S. has NATO and all those European countries gonna get involved, but they're getting involved because they trying to save Ukraine, because that's on the European continent.
Right.
But then are obligated by NATO that if Iran decides to attack some of the military bases in the Middle East, the U.S. can invoke Article 5 of the NATO Charter, which basically is all for one for all. And it's truly going to be a world war at this point. So
everybody online,
y'all voted for this shit. Y'all voted for this shit.
Everybody online, they've been waiting for this world war for like 5 years now.
Somebody, I forgot who said it, but they said he don't know how World War III is going to end, but he knows World War IV is going to be fought with sticks and rocks.
Yep.
We're going to be starting over from the beginning.
It's true. We're going to be bombed back into the Stone Age.
That made me think about a conspiracy, but I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, you can save that one.
I'm put that in my pocket.
All right. What's your closing thoughts, Cuzzo?
Man, on the whole situation, I don't know, man. I've been trying not to pay attention to it as much, but dog, this shit just can't help but to be all up in your face and just, I don't get it, dog. I'm just trying to figure out why the fuck we involved. That's just it in a nutshell. I don't want to be in it. I don't think nobody who's a red-blooded American who was born here for real want to be over there doing none of that shit. Like, all that shit is stupid. It's so stupid, bro.
That's because America's Israel's baby daddy. That's why.
Clearly, we don't know all the facts. They know classified stuff we don't know. So maybe it could be a strategic reason why they did what they did. But I hope they thought about the consequences, though.
Oh, they don't think.
I was about to say that.
Let's do it.
I don't know if all Americans is disagreeing with this. There's some staunch Americans that's like, America, you beat anybody. We'll go against anybody.
Well,
I'm gonna watch what I say.
Well, let me say the sane ones, the sane Americans. Let me say that the ones who got some common sense. Like, bro, this ain't good. This ain't really helping nothing, bro. Like, this carton of eggs is like $15, my dog. Like, what's popping? Like, what's really going on? Right. I don't care about that war, bro.
Be out in the corner. So they're gonna be on the corner of Fig popping it for egg yolk.
Popping it for egg yolk.
Oh my God.
Get BJ for half a dozen.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I just thought about going to the strip club with a dozen.
With a dozen. You the man.
Yeah.
Oh
You the
God.
man.
You give her a whole curse, you got it for a whole night.
18?
Oh my Christ, bro! If it get that bad, it's game over. Bro. If it get that bad, when people hustling box for food, bro, it's all bad.
Let me out.
You could bring a couple girls home. You go to Magic City with a chicken.
Billy said the chicken.
Like, baby, this thing make the eggs.
Right.
Put this coop in there.
Yeah.
Put this chicken coop in there. You know what I mean? Yo, Section 8 apartment.
Oh my God.
We good, baby.
Chicken in the refrigerator.
Oh,
cook it up for you. But you got to throw it back for me.
You know what I mean? He might make some noise early in the morning, but tell your super you got him on the eggs, though.
Just put the coop on the roof.
Coop on the roof.
Coop
on the roof.
Man, y'all silly, man.
Only if the Section 8 voucher allows you to.
Oh, my Christ.
Don't lose your Section 8 voucher trying to put it on the roof now.
Listen, y'all know how this show get. Okay, we do have to try to make light of this shit.
Yeah.
Because
It's somber.
it's just. Anyway, okay. Look, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next dilemma we have here in the U.S. I figured we touch on the global one, the one that everyone is dealing with at the current moment, and the next one, the next story we're about to talk about, only a certain demographic is necessarily dealing with this, and we talked about it last week, but this one I called it No Black Ice. And I called it No Black Ice for a reason. Because, as we talked about last week, ICE is not necessarily looking for black folks. They're looking for a specific breed of person, breed of people. It ain't us. No matter how many, like Flye brought it up last week. No matter what you can't try to intimidate or scare black people into getting up and doing something. And I got 2 clips that I'm going to play. I didn't talk about the second one because that one has to be seen and heard to be commented on. I didn't want to preface it, but the first one you're about to see, it's literally in a nutshell of what Flye and a few other people were saying about, hey man, they're not coming after us. They're coming after you. So I'm going to play this clip.
Here, black people live in this house.
There's no extra unit down here.
It's black people that live in this house. It's no Latinos.
Okay, the entire house?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
On about me. Whoa. Yeah.
They sitting here waiting.
What are they waiting for?
They wait and see if a Latino will come up.
Hey, what part don't understand?
We're trying to get into this other unit.
This is my home. This is my home.
There's no other unit right here?
Don't worry about this. Is my goddamn house. You understand what I'm saying? This is my house.
Right. Okay, we're just trying to talk to the other unit.
This is my house, okay?
Yes, you're understanding.
Well, if you understand, then why you knocking on my door down here? This is my house. Can't you see this is a single family dwelling? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why don't you look at the property? Goddamn it, my name is Curtis Moore. No goddamn Latinos live here. What the fuck we got into law enforcement? Y'all some ignorant huh? I'm telling them this out, and then they gonna knock on the damn downstairs thing. Motherfuckers is stupid. Talking about Angel Fernandez. I got out of the fucking hand. You stupid. We have a good motherfucker thing. Huh? I don't know what that fucking need to make up their badges. I seen them, you know what I'm saying? Here's the right here. There's him, and that's the over here. And then I'm telling them, ain't nobody what's name. They them about where's downstairs. Don't worry about what the fuck going on downstairs.
Oh, he got a floor far down here.
She way the fuck down there. She was fucking stupid, man.
Angel Fernandez.
I don't listen back to you. I don't have no Latino here. Don't worry about what's downstairs. Don't you see this is a house? This is a motherfucking house.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta give kudos to that black brother right there. He just was not having it.
He tired. He was tired of that.
He was tired.
I'm knocking on my damn door.
So they went to the downstairs door and knocked again. So like y'all keep the Latinos in the basement.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Where's Angel Fernandez?
So, like I was saying, this is like a prime example of what people were talking about, saying, listen, they're not coming for us. And look, he had some harsh words for them for them ICE agents. Like, he wasn't friendly, he wasn't kind. He was like, what the fuck you doing on my property?
Yeah, you remind me of 50 Cent grandfather, God rest his soul, man. The way you sit there cussing him out, you remind me of 50 grandfather.
Man, when you get old, you run out of
F's to give.
F's. Yeah, I was about to say.
I remember this joke Chris Rock said. He was like, yo, he was talking about George Bush. He was like, George Bush don't give a F.
Oh, I seen that.
If he was hanging off the ledge, he wouldn't give you an F to save your life.
Now, you know I don't give a F.
Now, you know I don't give a F. Give me an F to save my life, George. You know I don't give a F.
Okay, now you got no more left.
So what all you brothers think about that in particular?
Right on, sir. Right on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got somebody gave him bad info.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'll be knocking on somebody's door, and these folks don't stay there. Like, we'll get what info did y'all get? What kind of intel y'all got? Some Karen and called your house. I think his name is Angel. He stays at woo woo woo. And y'all just went and knocked on the door. Right on to dude. You know what I mean?
How would you have handled that situation, Tay?
Same way. That seems about right. Leave me the fuck alone. I really ain't bothering nobody. Do I look Mexican? When you knock on this motherfucking door, do I look Mexican, bro? No? Alright. Go about your business. Ain't it so? Never mind. I was
See,
about
I
to
know
say
you think
something.
all black and brown people look the same.
That's the furthest thing from the truth.
I told you no. They look like they was waiting for him to like invite him in or something.
Right.
Like, I ain't
You
gotta
coming to
prove
my
nothing
house?
to you. I told you no.
I don't even want you on my grass.
Hell on. Right.
What we doing here? You ain't got no
So
search
if
warrant?
somebody knock on your door and say is somebody here, and you say no, and then they say, well, do you mind if I look around?
You mind if I look around the car a little bit?
Why you want to look around if I just told you no? You just disrespecting me in my face.
Right.
Literally.
Right.
Like, well, I don't believe you, so let me look around your house.
You know,
You'll
kick
get your
rocks
raggedy ass off my porch.
with bare feet.
Yeah, you're trying to track dirt and shit in my house. Get on out of here.
No, I give my salute to that older gentleman for standing his ground and for not allowing them to, because it's like, because they'll try to say you're impeding an investigation or some bullshit like that. They it's the government. They make up laws as they go.
Yeah, you're peeing in my house, smelling like being gay and looking like cold cuts coming out your pores. Man, go ahead somewhere with that.
So I would have handled the situation the same, especially if would I do that now at 38 years old? Probably not. But if I was older, if I was like in my 60s, oh yeah, I would have handled it the same exact way. Like, I'm an old man, who knows how much time we got left. I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Hey, and if you harm me, if you wrongful death my ass, then you basically, along with the life insurance money, you've just doubled, because we about to sue the shit out of you. I ain't gonna see the money, but my family about to sue the fuck out of your ass. And you about to triple our payday. So, hey, my family gonna be well taken care of. That's how I'm looking at it.
I was like, man, I know they ain't paying you good enough to want to try this. You know what I mean? Go ahead, bro. The check ain't worth it. Go on.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna play the second video. Now this is the one. I'm just gonna play it and have y'all respond to it.
The black people who are saying like this isn't our fight, stay home, are really something else. Like the only reason why Trump can't come for us is because we are literally property of America. We were bought and brought here. But trust me, we aren't treated any better, bro. Our families are just broken in different ways. Like, please, wake up. Please, wake up, wake up.
Hey, for all y'all black people that see what's going on with the Latinos and y'all saying y'all sitting this one out to make white people happy, guess what? You next. If you black, you better believe it. You next. Give it a hot second. ICE gonna be looking for us too. They about to be raiding all the basketball games, all the soul food restaurants and all that. That you different from the Latino people, man.
They're gonna try to send us back. Like, you see that, right? Like, they're going to send us back. I would probably predict that if you commit a crime and you are within 1 or 2 generations of getting here and you're black, you're definitely going back. And then they will figure out a way for this to start applying to other black people who commit a crime or they find a reason, who have lineage that have been here since the beginning. So, you know, they have a little spot in Latin America. They're getting their spot in Africa. This is what they meant by making it great.
Okay, and I'm gonna go with you, Cuzzo, because you're the guest on the show, so I'm coming to you first to see what's your perspective on what you just heard here.
Okay. First, art. Hold on, because I'm trying to. Africa might be a better place to be in America if you're going to be 1,000% honest. If you're going to be real with you, if you're going to be real, like it's a lot of countries in this world that's better than here, bro. If you want me to be 1,000%, that's first. Second, well, but how it's not constitutionally possible for them to put us the fuck out. Like it's not a thing for us. Maybe everybody else they might can do some loopery, some legalese, talking about of it. They can't really do that with us. We like here. We here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I'll say it.
and then plus, man,
Kind
dog,
of
we
far-fetched.
yeah. Plus we tired of fighting everybody else fight. And shit. We need a break. Hey, it's y'all turn, man. Dog. Can we take our shoes off for a minute, leave them at the door, just take a squat? Just be like, no, man, it's y'all turn. We have had enough. We have done this for a very long time. It's your turn now. That's my thoughts on it. Personal.
Okay. Say you, brother Hersh.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a little far-fetched that, they're going to start throwing out black people who they don't even know, what country they came from, their lineage that they took from them in the beginning. So constitutionally, I don't think that would be easy, but I wouldn't put nothing past them.
I feel say it's the government.
You know what I'm saying? They could definitely find a way, but yeah, when it gets to us, then we'll stand our ground or go home.
Oh, I like the way you put that there. What say you, brother Flye?
First of all, this shot me that black people up here saying this stupid junk. Now, the white guy I was talking about, what was it, last week?
Mm-hmm.
I expect that.
Right.
Y'all Negroes, calm your ass down. Calm your asses down. Some start going off in here and y'all want to take it to the utmost worst thing possible that ever happened. Oh, they going to come for everybody. Basketball games, barbecue spots. Shut up, y'all.
How did you think this through?
Calm down. Calm down. if they gonna get any black people, it's gonna be people that's from the Caribbean, from Africa that came recently.
They came, people that been here.
They're not gonna just send all kind of black people back to Africa, because what they didn't think it through when they brought us over here, some of us anyway, is take note of where they got them from.
Yeah.
They didn't think about that, because what they thought was they was gonna bring people over here, enslave them forever.
Yeah, they ain't think past that.
They weren't even thinking that it was gonna be what it is now, that we was gonna survive it, we was gonna turn it over, we start having rights and stuff. They still mad that we got rights now. Okay. So no, they not sending us home. They not sending everybody home. So it's okay to get your ribs at the rib shack. It's okay to get your barbecue chicken, your greens, you know what I mean? Whether it's collard or turnips, your choice.
Oh boy.
It's okay to go to a basketball game. You know what I mean? I don't know who y'all got for the playoffs, but I'm just saying. Y'all go to games. It's okay. Stop taking everything and blowing it out of proportion.
We recording this on the Sunday, so Game 7 is tonight.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Or not the playoffs, it's the chip now. Whoever y'all got for the chip. But it's okay, man. Nothing's gonna happen to y'all. They not about to deport us all. Listen, man, they've been sending Ukraine all kind of money. They thinking about doing this over here. What money they gonna pull out there to send everybody back to wherever they think we came from?
Right.
Calm down. Calm down. Okay.
And for the most, aren't they sending people undocumented who's here illegal? So like, what are they protesting on? Really?
Exactly.
They just protesting the treatment of them, or I mean, if they're illegal,
I think it's a mix.
What are they protesting?
I think it's a little bit mixed.
It is a mix, because what this is all stemming from is the fact that they see that the Hispanic population is growing at an alarming rate, and since they already know they're going to lose the majority in about a decade or two, they figure, okay, who can we get rid of that they're trying to eliminate the biggest threat. They don't look at us as the biggest threat because, you know, they've already played the psychological warfare on us in terms of exactly. Oh, we got them. Keep feeding them chicken and entertainment and having them, giving them guns and drugs and have them kill each other.
Twerk wars.
Twerk wars.
On Netflix. Of all places.
Keep feeding them that.
Right. Yeah. You know, all they like is chicken and ass. So, you know.
Chicken and ass. That'll do it.
Yeah, we know them.
They like that hen dog straight.
Let's just keep giving them more of what's going to keep them docile.
Yeah.
You know? And so they're not worried about us. We're not a threat. After Hispanics,
I would say we not an imminent.
No,
we're not unified. Not a unified threat.
That part, that right there, that's the biggest part.
Yeah.
Because you got the.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. You know, you got regular black folk. You got YNs. You got FBAs. You know, and all types of different groups of other black folk.
Think
we're not unified,
and everybody play their part.
Huh?
Think if we could strategize and everybody play their part, that'll be dangerous right there.
Well, they know that.
Well, I think the reason they look at them as a bigger threat is because they still have that strength, that muscle, which is the family unit, the structure is still intact.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very family oriented.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, and
they like to produce.
Oh, don't they love to produce, boy?
We got that in common.
I mean, listen, like them. if we weren't, and I hate to say this, but if we weren't so much like them in terms of being violent, and I'm not saying that we are, because as far as I'm concerned, they got us beat in the violence department. I don't care what nobody say. They got us beat in the violence department.
Oh, you get violent.
I mean, you saying we can?
I mean, we go. That's what I think, man. Like you push a human being to,
right?
You know,
Yeah.
we could do some things, some terrible things.
The environment they in.
Right.
But I've seen what I've seen and heard a lot of things. You know, when you got a type of person that will go to those lengths, that's Latino, that will go to those lengths. I've heard.
Oh yeah,
that's terrible. You know what I mean? The cartels do some terrible things to you.
I mean, yeah, it's just as bad as like the terrorism. Yeah,
those cartels that was in Colombia, they do some terrible things. I mean, my man Pablo Escobar blew up a dang on plane for crying out loud.
Trying to get one person.
Jesus Christ.
How much did he hate that nigga? God damn. He was like, fuck everybody. I want him.
Pablo was trying to run. He was trying to run for president down there in Colombia, and this guy outed him out like, yo, he's a drug dealer, he this, he that. He's not turning over a new leaf. He ain't even wearing a tie in here because they try to kick him out of parliament down there or kick him out of their Congress because he didn't have a tie on. Yeah. So he ended up blowing the big old plane that the guy was on, killed everybody.
The guy wasn't even on it though,
and he ain't even get on the plane.
Yeah, he didn't even get him.
That's how he ended up going to jail the first time. They built that jail down there. No, they built. He told them to build him a jail. It was like a house. It was a prison that was like a mansion with his own guards.
Women
coming through there. He was at a hotel somewhere. He was at an Airbnb in a mansion.
So it wasn't really.
I go to prison, but I'm gonna build my own prison.
Oh wow!
And my people gonna guard me.
That's real talk legendary though. I ain't gonna lie. That's
cool right there, bro.
That's legendary.
But you know, this is the thing with money. You know, he got more money per. You know that Colombia was making per capita. Just with dealing with drugs. So I mean, anyway, I mean this.
Yeah, to bring it back, I'm the same as what you saying, Flye, in terms of I'm surprised and disappointed when I see other skin folk that are not necessarily on the same page as the collective. Now I'm all about hey, do your own thing and being a leader and not a follower and all that. But there are certain things where we have to come together as a collective. Like I've said before, and like other people have said, like after this past election, black people just sort of knew collectively. It was like something clicked in us where it's like, no, we said no. We're not fighting for y'all. We're not marching. We're not protesting. We're not doing none of that shit.
Because we knew where it was going.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't doing none of that. We didn't have no secret fucking meetings. We didn't have a Zoom with all 42, 43 million of us on the fucking Zoom saying, hey, this is the plan. This is what we're not doing. It's like something clicked. Once those numbers start coming out and you start seeing them groups of who voted for who, it clicked. Oh, you fuckers don't fuck with us. Okay. And they've been doing everything since then. I've been seeing so much on TikTok and elsewhere trying to guilt trip black people. They've had, I don't know how many fucking protests they've had since then. Trying to get black people to come out. And black people are smart because why? It's that ancestral DNA kicking in. Nah, they want to declare martial law, especially this clown.
And we tired.
And we tired.
You know what I mean? Like,
and we told y'all this was gonna happen.
Exactly.
Right. But see,
yeah, we talk.
How many times we gonna keep, going to the polls, trying to get trying to get a certain outcome and it don't pan out? How many times we gonna do that?
Like
we tired of voting, helping people. My bad, cuz. What'd you say?
No, I said like Hersh said, We tried to tell them, yeah, we are tired of telling these niggas anything. Y'all don't listen. We are tired of talking. Okay. Well, let's see how you figure it out once we say nothing. Don't take our lead. Don't follow our movements. Don't do nothing. Do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? Don't have us be the face of a movement, or don't hijack our movement and make it about something else that ain't got shit to do. You know what I'm saying, man? It's just like, now it's y'all turn. Y'all handle it. We good. We good, America.
Listen, and you want to figure out how to take care, how to maneuver around here. I mean, just look at our history. Like I said last episode, look at our history here. That tell you everything.
Yep.
Specifically, the part in the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Before COINTELPRO kicked in 100%.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, look at COINTELPRO.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what links they'll go.
Oh yeah, Herbert was not Herbert Hoover. What was that? What was his name?
Hoover?
J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Tay was saying something about that years ago about him believing in the Black Messiah. He's worried about the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
Coming to fruition.
So it's like, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, and him and all his brigade of, Mayoites were trying to stop the rebirth of this Black Messiah, this fictionalized being who they believe is going to come and just overthrow their entire power structure.
Which, of course, we done had messiahs like that, which is why we don't have them now. Because every time they come up, they try to do something, and then we get behind. I mean, yeah, they stump them out, but the thing is, we get behind them, we don't protect them like we should. So anybody who like a Dragon Ball Z fan, J. Edgar Hoover is like Frieza.
Definitely.
Yeah. He is scared of the legendary Super Saiyan coming up and overthrowing them. He said, I gotta get rid of all these monkeys. It's ironic he called them monkeys.
Dog, that is a perfect analogy. I never thought about it that way. J. Edgar Hoover was like Frieza, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I ain't think about it like that.
Yeah. He took it. I'm gonna get all these monkeys together, get them all out here. Vegeta, Planet Vegeta, get it out of here.
What was you gonna say, Cuzzo?
No, I was just laughing. I ain't never thought about it like that neither. But no, you right. Frieza, old racist ass.
Oh man! All right. Well, we gonna move on to the we're gonna move on to the last topic before our hit or miss segment, so Hersh doesn't have to worry about getting his ears bombastic blasted. You've been warned. You were warned before the show, but I'm letting you know this is the final segment before the hit or miss. So this one, let me see. I don't mind doing it. Today's date is June 22nd. Jesus Christ, summer already almost over with. Before it even started. June 19th, Juneteenth was 3 days ago. And, to all those who celebrate in their own personal way, I had a clip about Dr. Umar at first. And I wanted to do that, but then I saw this clip and I thought this would be more worthy to talk about. And I called this one Juneteenth Disrespect. And just for context, everybody who sees this video, the four of us might not actually agree on this one. So we'll see. We'll play this one.
We're stopping this morning. Oh, then we're good.
Yeah, the first when I went to the thing, I got you.
No, that's fine. I can hear you already. That's fine. Are the banks closed tomorrow? Juneteenth. New holiday they do. Okie dokie then.
I know, right? My fucking truck. Pull my truck around. Please. Pull my truck around. And give me my keys to my truck. I don't want this to them. Please go get my truck. Thank you. Is it this one right here? Yes, no, it's a Berkeley problem. What's that?
We said Juneteenth was the holiday tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not. Like, we got mad about it. Yeah, one of the banks were closed for Juneteenth.
I don't even know what is Juneteenth.
Exactly, nobody really knows, but I think it's something to do with reparations or something.
Yeah.
They don't even know what it means.
Yeah, there was a misquote. There was a misquote on the screen. It was not fucking Burger King. She said Burgundy Tahoe. Okay, so whatever.
AI still not that smart.
Yeah, but so was everybody able to gather or pick up on what was going on in that video?
Yeah. I didn't even see the black lady at first until she stood up.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's some insensitive ass.
Okay, so I'll go with you first, brother Hersh. What did you find? What's your perspective on what you saw, man?
Yeah, I mean, it was clear they was just kind of like downplaying Juneteenth. I don't know what it is. What is it? Just some holiday or something they just made up. They didn't even read the room and see who was in there while they was talking, because they talk like that all the time.
Exactly.
So that's probably what the case was. They didn't read the room and see who was else sitting in there. And when she stood up and walked out, then they realized, like, oh. Okay. But yeah, it's just people, doing what they do.
YT people, white peopling.
Yeah, exactly. This ain't nothing new.
YT.
Oh, what say you, brother Flye?
I think that they didn't try to read the room. They seen that black lady standing there.
You think they saw her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They was comfortable.
Yeah, I believe that.
They just was talking like they usually talk, and they just said it. I don't think they really cared that she was even standing there. They didn't care. They just was comfortable, flow of conversation. We just summed that up. Now, granted, this country do be making up all kind of holidays.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, it's for money game.
Yeah.
But
Christmas is the biggest scam, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. Half of them are scams, but
oh yeah,
they was being ignorant.
Yeah.
And they was just talking. They just talking how they regular talk. Now, it's clear that it was ignorant because they didn't even know what Juneteenth really about. Yeah. They talk about, it's about reparations.
Something about reparations?
No, sir.
Nothing about reparations.
No. See, that's what I be talking about. They be knowing what be going on. They don't do their research. They be watching us. They hear the talks. They hear everything go on and what we talk about. They just don't do the research. They take the surface level stuff and then they run with it.
Oh yeah.
What say you, Cuzzo?
Okay. Maybe I'm gonna look at it from a different perspective. Of course, they speak how they speak when ain't nobody around. You know what I'm saying? Well, really, it was people around, so they probably was being nice, to be honest. But what if they thought?
Yeah, you think that would have?
If they were in their private home, yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
really would have went.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But what if they thought? What if they thought she was like a good old boy? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who like,
Oh, that'll
you know
be
what I'm saying? Like, oh,
that
she
could be
black,
yeah.
but she not black.
She ain't gonna
Black.
say nothing.
She ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
She don't care. You know, they like doing that shit too. Like, I don't even see you as black. I see you as a person. You know what I'm saying? I see you as a person with a good heart. That little slick shit they do sometimes. But what if they looked at her like that? That could be something.
That could be, yeah.
But I'm definitely not mad at her from like, fuck y'all, give me my shit. I'm not giving y'all my money. I don't care if this bitch don't make it down the street. Y'all ain't gonna have my money.
Right. I'll make it somewhere
Call for a black tow company.
Right.
I don't care if it don't make it down the street. It's getting up out of here.
Have a black tow company go get it. And if
Yeah.
somebody else come, hey man, take my stuff off the truck, man. I'll hook my car off the truck.
I mean, when it was made a federal holiday, I didn't know how I felt about it. It was
right.
It wasn't like it's like why we doing this?
Well, say because I looked it up before the show. Obviously, I know, but I wanted to give a proper response to it.
Yeah.
Juneteenth, officially known as Juneteenth National.
Hold on one second. Everybody who don't know, turn your volume up so you know, so you can listen.
Okay.
So we don't be having these mishaps.
Right. Good point.
My bad, bro. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Juneteenth, officially known as National Independence Day. Juneteenth National Independence Day is a federal holiday in the United States celebrated annually on June 19th. It commemorates the effective end of slavery in the United States. Here's a breakdown of the significance. The date, June 19th, 1865, marks the day when Union Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and issued General Order Number 3, announcing that all enslaved people in Texas were free. This news came a full 2.5 years after President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863. Why the delay? Despite the Emancipation Proclamation, its enforcement depended on the Union Army's presence. Texas was the most remote Confederate state, and the news of freedom did not reach the enslaved people until Granger's arrival.
Jeez.
I chose the wrong state.
So y'all heard that, right?
He said you chose the wrong state.
The last one.
Yeah, you did go down there. Yeah, so that's what it is officially. So I guess my perspective is I'm glad the sister did what she had to do. I'm just upset that nobody else in there of our hue was in there with her. Because I would have liked for them to understand the significance of their fuck up. If you had 3 or 4 other black people in there and they all got upset, hey, no, run our shit, give us our shit back, we out of here. Because they don't start to see shit until it starts to hit their pockets. That's when they start to understand. See, they've never been moral. They've never been known for their moral character. It's all about what can you do for them? And that's essentially how most of us, or a lot of us, got to this continent anyway. What can you, ignorant N-word, do for us? Oh, well, you can pick our cotton. You can be our, sexual entertainment. We can just torture you. You're our fun type. We can live out our most wicked desires through you. It's basically what you can do for them. It's always been their mentality, them. We have rugged individualism in this country, not collective. It's about, hey, what can you do for me? Business is ruthless in this country. It's cutthroat. It's not like that in a lot of other nations, I found out. It's not quite like that. Only here in America. So it's always had that mentality about what can you do for me? And this woman walking out taking her business, taking her money. Nah, grab my shit. Give me my car back. I'm not spending no more money with y'all. You just lost a customer. And we all know how business works. The best business is word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You can advertise out the ass. If somebody you know vouches for your product, 9 times out of 10, that product is getting bought. Oh man, I bought this. This is dope. This is good. This is this. And then the next person buy it, and it's like, oh, I stand by that. And then they tell the next person, they tell the next person, they tell the next person. And that's how it starts. You can advertise all you want on TV. What people want to see is they want to see some skin in the game. You invested your hard-earned money. You bought this product and you vouched for it. Cool. I'm going to trust what you got to say versus some fucking random commercial I see on TV.
TikTok is a prime example of that.
True.
So you let this woman walk out the door because your insensitive ass couldn't understand what the significance of the holiday. You just, it just came up with it. It's some made up. And of course you're ignorant to it. No, the U.S. just became cognizant of, I'm talking about the U.S. meaning the government, meaning
federally, yeah.
You know, a bunch of white folks. Black folks knew about Juneteenth. Well,
that's the part I don't like about it. I just liked when it was just a
black
thing.
And I don't
want it to be a federal.
Yeah. I wanted to harp on that because you
white
mentioned
person
that.
telling me Happy Juneteenth, like that don't even feel right.
Yeah. And I didn't get to celebrate Juneteenth the way I wanted to this year anyway, because I ran out of fucking vacation days, so I had to work, and I was very upset about it. But I'm like, I could have called off, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna work. But I won't be doing it next year, depending on what day it fall on.
No, I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. I'm gonna leave it be. I was about to throw out a line.
Say what you got to say, man.
No, what I was about to say was about to be crazy. No, I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say it. I am not gonna say it.
It's fine, man.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, man.
I am okay. I'm fine, sir. I am fine. I know better.
Oh my God. Okay.
And I want to be able to live after this. I want to live.
Oh my life. Oh my Christ. All right. Well, we're in hit or miss territory, so get ready, Hersh.
I'm ready.
Hit or miss. Hit or miss. Hit or miss. Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
All right. Hit or miss territory. Let's see. Now, usually when we have a hit or miss on this show, it's usually light and fun and jokey and a way for us to lighten the mood. Yeah, none of that shit happening today. These hit or misses are kind of on the heavy side. So, and damn, we actually are making good timing.
Yeah, I've been watching it.
We're making good time. This is one of the most efficient shows we've had. So on this one, it's titled Not Her Fault. And you really got to listen to what she's saying. You got to listen to what she's saying. She's saying it's not her fault. And when I play this, you'll understand what she means by it's not her fault. Here we go.
It's not my fault that your country sucks. It's not my fault that you would rather put up a charade on social media, pretending like your country was so fantastic with the rich history and the people and the food and the culture. Because if your country were that fantastic, you would not be filming that content from this country. You would be filming that content from your country because you would have never left your country. We all know that your country is not as great as you portray it to be. It is not something that any American citizen should envy. It is nothing compared to the United States. We all know it. So let's stop with this charade. Second of all, nobody owes you citizenship. No matter how deplorable your country is, nobody owes you citizenship in the United States of America. I'm not sure what happened over the last few years, where a lot of people think that they are entitled to be a part of the United States of America, entitled to come here, thinking that if you don't have the means to come here, the United States is obligated to accept you. The United States is not a charity that just opens its arms and accepts everybody from all over the world. If you want to come to this country, I don't care who you are, I don't care where you are coming from, you need to take a number and get in line.
So I asked that to the group. Is that a hit or miss? And I'll start with
which part?
The whole thing.
So what's the question? I want to make sure.
Okay, right. I'm glad. She's basically saying that if your country was so great, why are you here?
What country is she talking about?
Mexico?
She's basically talking about immigrants.
Are they saying that their country is great or something?
Well, she doesn't like the fact when they're waving their flags around. She's a black conservative, by the way. She doesn't like when they're waving their flags around and basically celebrating their heritage and where they come from. She doesn't like any of that.
Ain't nothing wrong with celebrating. Yeah. That part's a miss for me. Ain't nothing wrong with celebrating who you from. I mean, where you from, no matter where you at.
Okay.
And being proud of, who you are.
But I want you to rate the whole thing because she was talking about the U.S. doesn't owe you citizenship and
see that's why I had to ask you.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing it in parts.
Kind of right.
Overall. Because look, I just want you to rate it overall, and then you can explain the parts that are. You don't have to do it individually. I'm just saying overall, out of everything you heard, the whole statement by saying it's not her fault.
It's hard to do that. I ain't gonna lie.
I know. We ain't gonna make it easy. Can't make it easy now. It can't always be easy. We've had some easy hit or misses.
See, it is the reason I say it's hard, man, because she got two different points. One of them is about, what would you call patriotism about your own country, patriotism about your own country, and then just views about citizenship and being, all that.
All right, well, you know what? This is everybody being timid and shit. I'll go first.
I
don't want to be.
I'm not. I'm confused about what to say. Like,
I'm gonna talk about shit.
I want to say. I got something to say about what she said. Both what she said.
I'm gonna say it's a.
What you gotta say?
I'm gonna say it's kind of a hit, kind of sort of a little bit. I was fucking with the second part.
Right,
I get what.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Kind of, sort of,
see, but 1-7 ain't looking for a little bit. He's a yay or nay.
I'm fucking with a little bit.
Overall, because look, I can't.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna stand on it. Then I'm gonna stand on it. It hit then.
He said it's a hit. Okay, cool.
It.
Okay, now tell the parts because we having a full. We got time. Tell the parts that don't sit well with you.
Tell you the truth, I ain't that mad at none of it. I'm really not. I'm not that mad at none of it. I'm not. Because it's like,
all right, hey, look.
Hey, man, nigga, look. We black in America, and we got a love-hate fucking relationship with this country, bro. We do.
That's what I'm saying.
But, nigga, this my shit. You can't, hey, dog, you can't be talking about my shit, nigga. This still my shit, nigga. It's still my crib. And I ain't saying don't fly your flag, because shit, I still call myself African American. I have never been to Africa one day in my life. I've never been there. I know that's where my DNA is from, but me personally, no. You know what I'm saying? But I still claim that shit. You know what I'm saying? I still claim my Africanness. Even though I ain't never
That's
been.
a hit for you.
Yeah, no, that's it. It hit.
This how I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I got a feeling mine's gonna be what he said.
Of course, you say that now.
I'm gonna do it like this.
All right.
Okay, it's a hit.
Okay.
For the fact of what I said last episode.
Okay.
Yo, you just don't come over here undocumented and thinking that you just gonna stay over here and do what you want. They don't do that anywhere else.
Yep. Yeah. You did say that last week.
You know what I mean? And I said this last episode. I hate how they doing it. Because I'm not with tearing up families, shuffling the kids around. They don't know what's going on. But I have to say, when you come over here undocumented and you start having kids over here and you thinking it's going to keep you over here, so you kind of set yourself up for this to happen. And we have presidents, they could do one term and not do the full, they might not do the full term. So one might be lax on the border and the other one staunch on getting you out of here. So, that's why I say, now, but I disagree with her. What confused me with what I disagree with her is when she make it like America don't have issues. America got a lot of issues. Whole lot. We not that top tier like that.
Founded on issues, but anyway.
We not that top tier. Yeah. You know what I mean? We got major issues. We still got issues. It's the reason why it's in disarray right now, because of the issues. And I said it 100 times on the show, and this is about to be the 100th one. America just got a good PR.
Yeah.
It's ironic that this clip, that you picked this clip, because before the show, I was looking at a clip of Louis Farrakhan talking to what's his name? What's his name? George Wallace. He was a reporter for, I think, for CBS or something. And he was saying, I don't know if it was Nigeria or it was some country over in Africa. He was like, this is such a the most corrupt place, not just in Africa, maybe on the planet.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, I think I saw that. He's like, nah, no, you don't.
He was right. And Louis Farrakhan was like, oh, Mr. Wallace. How dare you?
When he start like that, you know he about to eat.
Yeah, he about to
and he let it be known, like, yo, this place is corrupt. All the blood that's on the hands of this place. And Wallace was like, well, what other country? He said, I'm living in it.
Okay.
So that's the part, she hyping it up over here, like, like it's like that. It's not that great, you know what I mean? But I agree with her with something she said. If your country that great, what's the issue? But I think also, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna pass it on, right? Them having the Mexican flag, it's not. I don't think they putting it up to represent Mexico. I think that's what's confusing people.
Yeah,
they not throwing it up like forever live Mexico. They Mexican. They from Mexico. They look at it as this signifies my heritage.
Heritage, yeah.
Not my country, my heritage, the heritage of the country. And that's what I think about it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to disassociate yourself with your heritage just because you want to come to a country and have a better situation.
Be careful now. Be careful when you say that.
Because we sound
Confederates out there feel the same way.
Because I'm about to say we sound real white right now. We sound real white right now. Woo, boy.
What you mean? The Confederates?
Because it's like, I'm sitting back and I'm listening. I'm
America was not a part of the United States of America at that point. It branched off. They seceded from the Union, so they were no longer a part of the United States.
That's different.
No,
they lost the war, so now they part of the United States.
Right.
If they won the war, It would be a
But
Confederate
that is
flag
the excuse of what
representing the whole United States.
that is the excuse why they still fly that flag, because it's their heritage. That's the same thing you just said that he just said about the Mexicans.
Yeah, I think it's different. They flying a current national flag, not
look.
some old.
Okay, look. Hey, listen. I'm not here to defend no racist bastard. I'm just saying it could be looked at in that view. So is this a hit or miss what she's saying?
I think it's the same way that they said. I agree. It's a hit overall. I mean, if you came over here illegally, you shouldn't be able to stay. I mean, I know people. I work with people who, got to go through a lottery every year just to try to get, a work visa and stay longer. You know what I'm saying? If they don't get picked, they got to go back to school or something else, So it's a lot of people trying to do it the right way. So I agree with that part. But as far as the flying flags and stuff, yeah, I do agree. If you saying that your country is better, then that is like, why are you here? But as far as the flags, I don't agree with that.
Oh, okay. Well, you know me. I have to remain consistent on this show. So for me, it's a miss. And it's going back to what I said last week about we disagree about the same exact thing.
You don't care who come over here.
I don't give a fuck who come over here. I said this last week. I don't care. And the reason I gave last week for all those who didn't see the episode was we already deal with domestic terrorism in America. People get wrapped up about who's committing the crime. You get wrapped up in what face and what skin the criminal wears. But the same crimes are still being committed. Now, in regards to what she's saying, the reason why the whole thing is an entire miss for me. This whole fucking country stolen. Whole fucking land stolen. How the fuck you steal land and then come up with laws to say who can and can't come here after you stole it your damn self? So no, I don't know. And it goes back to my premise of what I'm saying. I don't care who comes over here. You want to come over here and fly whatever fucking flag you want to fly, that's fine. I don't care. I've never cared. What you eat don't make me shit. I don't care. And I'm just not. I mean, man, I just can't. I can't say it any clearer than what I'm saying. If she's saying it's not her fault that your country sucks, well, that's where you're wrong. It is our fault, not us individually. It is our fault in America because a lot of people don't know. You don't know. You don't think that America and the CIA mainly played in these people elections. They put right-sided people in these countries because they're more They're more friendly towards America. They destabilized a lot of those Latin American countries. They did. This is documented. You don't have to believe me. The internet is here and available for everybody to use. They destabilized a lot of those countries, fucked up, and took out a lot of, assassinated a lot of leaders who were trying to do right by their people in their own way. Nobody's perfect. They played a lot of games. They fucked around really hard, and now it's blowing back, and now it's starting to bite America in the ass. You don't want these people here, then why'd you destabilize their countries?
No, you're right about that.
Why was you meddling in their affairs?
You're right about that. So I got to... don't go ahead.
No, I'm saying, so in my mind, my estimation, it's absolutely a fucking miss. And it absolutely is our fault. Not us, not the citizens, because we weren't the ones pulling the strings. We weren't the ones doing or committing the acts. The American government is responsible for these things.
Absolutely.
So that's my take on it.
So I asked it. I mean, I'm asking Cuzzo and I'm asking Hersh because we know we already know how you feel, right? So do y'all care about who come over?
Yeah, I don't want no murderers and no rapists. No, let me stop. Let me stop.
That boy going full Trump mode.
See, this is why I asked that question. You don't.
Okay.
You heard?
No, as long as I just want to be surrounded by good people. I don't really care who it is.
And that's what I said last week. I agree with what you said. 1 second. see, to me, it don't matter who come over here either.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I say, yo, you gotta get documented, because I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to, for people, I don't want that to happen to people, for them to come over here and get taken and get rushed back.
Yeah.
Get deported and stuff.
Exactly.
Oh no, I understand
So
your
if
point.
they go
I
the
can't
right
disagree
way,
with that.
they won't have
Yeah,
to deal with that.
but the reason I know you agree. I mean, I know you understand what I'm saying, but some people might take that what I'm saying and they might not, which is what I'm trying to say. See, you said it the right way. Like me personally, I don't care. You know, and as far as rapists is concerned, I mean, we got them here.
Yeah, no, me, I was bullshitting. No, I ain't mean that.
I know you was bullshit, but I'm the reason I'm saying it though is because that's the perception.
True.
That's perception of ignorant people, of the real ignorant people.
Yeah.
There's you know the whole thing they was talking about. Oh, they're eating the cats and dog and all that stupid junk.
Yeah.
Some people really like run with that.
Right. So I agree 100% with what you're saying. I just don't. I would rather people try to do it the way that this country is asking them to do it, so they don't have the problems later on down the line dealing with them, dealing with this country. And it goes back to our issues with this country.
Yeah.
We just was able to fight back and do that because we end up being citizens that they couldn't send home.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So
that's all the points that were made here today are valid. Like I say, I'm mainly just trying to stay consistent, as I've always tried to do on this show, even though I've openly admitted, I'm a hypocrite in quite a few areas. I don't hide it. I'm a very open hypocrite on certain things.
Yeah.
But in terms of this in particular, I can't be more clear about my position in terms of.
No, you was right. You right. Especially, because me and you had these talks before, and I always, if you remember what I always told you, everything that they do is gonna blow back on them.
Sure did. Yeah, you've been saying that. Yes, Flye has been saying that for a long time, and it took me years ago learning about all the horrible, deceitful, violent shit that the U.S. was doing, destabilizing those Southern American countries or South American countries, all the shit that they were doing, knocking off people left and right because they wanted to put more favorable people in there. And in our reality, all they've done is basically just try to make sure that America's the top dog in its hemisphere.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to be challenged in its hemisphere. And they have been very successful at that. And I'm not going to deny they've been very successful at that. Now, when you actually look at the map and you start looking in other hemispheres, like the Eastern Hemisphere,
the same thing.
There's more nukes. There's more nukes. There's more countries with nukes out that way. Russia and China, they're connected by borders. They both have nukes. Now, right now, they appear to be on the same page, but they haven't always been on the same page. India and Pakistan, right next to each other, they have nukes. They are not on the same page at all. They can't stand each other. When you look at the hemisphere of America, there is one country that has nukes in that entire hemisphere, and it's the United States.
Area.
They ain't. No.
I never think of it like that.
Do you think
that is...
America would allow any country in its hemisphere to acquire nukes?
Mexico,
Canada, Venezuela, Mexico, Brazil, anybody. Stop it. They will be invaded within the next 24 hours. You see what I'm saying? So, like I say, as far as I'm concerned.
But now the hemispheres don't really matter because the nukes can come from anywhere and still hit us.
No, that's true. It's all about positioning. It's all about where you have yours positioned. Because not one country on this earth, not one country, not even the U.S., not one country let off a nuke, whether Sorry, I'm missing the name for the stronger ones, but the oh God, Jesus,
They got stronger nukes.
they
Oh,
have
boy.
they have
They
the
got nukes, and then they got a level 2.
tactical nukes. The tactical nukes are the ones you drop on the battlefield. Like if you would, those are like the smaller. They still nukes. They're still powerful,
Radiation.
but they're not the type of nukes that could like level an entire city. Like the big boys are the ones.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank for the ones they use in the ballistic missiles.
They're trying to
The
throw
the ICBMs. Those are the city killers.
They're trying to throw microwaves at people.
But think
Well-
about the city killers. The ones we dropped in Japan killed the city.
Hiroshima.
The ones we got now are 100 times stronger than that. So is it a state killer? Is it a city killer?
Well,
Yeah, it ain't. There's like
the one
when it's
the one
strong-
we dropped the ones we dropped in Hiroshima and those were 20K, which were 20 kilotons. Now they're making nukes within the megaton range. And those are the true city killers. See, but the thing about what I learned about those bombings, napalm is what did them in the most. Like they were already decimated.
Mm-hmm.
That napalm is what tore their ass off the frame. They were on fire well before the nukes even got there. The nuke was basically the icing on the cake. It was overkill, essentially. It was just fucking overkill. So technically, we've got to see the true devastation of what a nuke could actually do, but not really. You see what I'm saying? And these new joints, they haven't dropped them on anybody because, again, like that was my whole point of mentioning this in the first place. You can't launch one anywhere on the globe without someone knowing about it. Everybody got satellites in the air. Everybody knows something. That's why not even the U.S. can do it. If we launch one, Russia would know immediately. If Russia launched one, we would know immediately.
And then they would all go up.
And they all go up.
And then we all.
And if you've ever, I've seen the simulations of these things. Like, if you ever seen a volley of nukes,
they're like, we all gonna die.
Everybody's
Everybody go
gone.
night-night, nigga.
Everybody
Exactly.
going.
Everybody's gone. And if they were smart, and the United States knows this, all they gotta do is, if you really want to screw up, America, the Midwest, unfortunately where we are, all they gotta do is hit Yellowstone.
Oh yeah.
If they hit Yellowstone, it's already game over. It's game over.
That is true.
There's nothing we can do.
They're gonna get
to
Mount
combat it.
Rushmore a facelift.
They say Yellowstone could be a world-ending.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it might be more than just us.
What's under Yellowstone?
It's a volcano.
A volcano
Super
over
vol-
there.
super
volcano.
Super
Like,
volcano.
if that go off,
If that go off, that's the end of the United States.
yeah, that's gonna wipe off the whole country.
When I found that out, I'm like,
Like,
well,
damn.
damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Country on top of volcanoes.
Well, damn. Probably need to try to get to Vermont or somewhere like the
Somewhere
very
east.
edge of this.
Go to Maine.
Go east,
Right.
far east. as
I
you
need to
can
be
go.
as far east as possible. So okay, because I don't want to spend too much more time on it, but I don't know how I even got here, but going back to bring it back full circle for me to end it off, like I say, America's done a lot of lopsided shit, and at some point, this America's my home country. So before any of you right wing super patriotic assholes think you just hate America. No, I don't hate America. I'm just a truth teller. I tell the truth about myself to those who know me. I'm truthful about my bullshit that I do in my real life. So if I'm gonna be that way about myself, why wouldn't I be that way about my country? You have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and own up to your bullshit. And America has to do that. At some point, we all of us, individually and as a collective, have to face our reckoning at some point. You can't run from it forever. And a lot of people just don't want to deal with the consequences because there's so many people that live life and think that it's always going to be this way. nobody thinks they're going to die. It's like you know it subconsciously in the back of your mind. But the way people live their lives and operate is if they can't be touched, as if they're going to be here forever. And that's not how life works. So that's just my perception of it. I don't mean to go too deep into this shit, but
I'll smoke a bag of that.
True that.
All right, I got one more hit or miss, and then we can close out the show.
Oh, I forgot about that hit or miss.
Yeah, that was took a little longer than expected.
Yeah.
So this hit or miss is it's called dominant. I named it dominant culture. And let's see what this nice young sister, excuse me, has to say. And whether you agree or disagree, whether it's a hit or miss of what she say, here's the content.
That fake ass Mexican Gucci man got on this internet and exposed what we already know about y'all. Y'all culture can't move until ours do. Your culture has its own racial slurs, its own nicknames, its own things that y'all can call each other, but you still would rather use mine. Y'all have y'all own music, but you would still rather listen to and try to culturally appropriate mine. Y'all got y'all own style, supposedly, but you still put me on and taking me off like a fucking costume. And we're supposed to be the inferior race, but you listen to and copy and try to imitate everything we fucking do. What's it giving? Bitch, it's giving I'm not going back and forth with nobody that literally wants to live in my skin. Well, maybe if you guys stop saying it, then we would stop saying it. And if we went and jumped off a bridge, we'll make that shit so fly that your ass will be right behind us.
What's her name?
I didn't catch
Bree
her name.
something. But shout out to her.
Yeah.
Shout out to that crib.
So is
It's a hit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey, look, as the girlies do. Clocked it.
Why is that a hit, Brother Flye?
Man, she ain't tell nothing about the truth. And nothing but the truth to help her guy. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I had conversations about this. And it made me think about, like when I first started, like when I was younger and I was realizing about racism and why people be hating us.
Yeah.
And the only thing I come up with is they don't like us because we that great. Because you just don't hate on anybody if they not great. Or if they don't have anything going on, you don't hate on people. Only reason you hate on them because they got something going on that you don't have. They got a flow going. They got some flow going. You don't got nothing going on. It's dry there. So she basically said what I've always been saying. It's like, it's given that you like me a whole lot. You know, that's why I said it.
Okay. Well, what say you, Cuzzo?
That young lady didn't lie. She told nothing but the truth. So help her God. If her hand on all the holy books that you can name, her hand was on all of them. She was talking to she was talking for all the deities and that. It's true. I feel like our culture. I feel like people love to hate on it, but they love to copy it. I don't know if y'all know. I forgot what country in Asia, but they doing the black hairstyles, like the real ones, like dreads, and like what? Like they going crazy now. But then it's like we should also be flattered by it too, just a little bit, because it's like it's like we special, ain't we? Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
you welcome.
I think it's about how it's done.
Yeah,
and whether or not you give credit. You know, remember the one Asian girl? They was giving her so much praise, like, oh, she's dog. Oh, she a dog rapper. Woo, woo, woo. She was doing Project Pat's flow.
An Asian girl?
Yeah, it was an Asian girl. She was rapping like Project Pat.
But she wasn't giving him no props.
It ain't like I don't think she. It was like she. I guess it depends. You know what I mean? It's you know how Jay be giving props to Big by saying his lines, and sometimes you do people flow and you give them props. It's like you paying homage. And she was like doing a Project Pat flow, and people was like, you know, or even we done spoke before. Remember about the girl who got her dances took off of TikTok, and all the white girls and everything.
Yeah.
They thought that this white girl made it up, and it's like it's her dance, and it's like no.
Part that, and that's so crazy that you would say that because the black girl made the dance. They let an already rich white girl get famous off of it.
Off of it, what she made.
Ain't that about something? She already like her family already rich, but she the one to get famous off of it.
Yeah, because I think that they was a lot of black creators was fighting TikTok because they was like,
Yep.
y'all not giving us no play. We're not getting the reach like we should be getting, and this made it easy for somebody for the young white lady to take the swag and do it. Look, all y'all got to do, and I'm talking about people who be taking the stuff and then be thinking they gonna run off with it, man. It don't pay you nothing. It don't hurt you to say, look, I got it from so and so.
I got this from here.
You can still get coin. Hell, you could get with the originator and make coin together.
And make they reach long. Make
Uh-huh.
it bigger. Yeah.
Is that a hit or miss for you, Brother Hersh?
Yeah, it's definitely a hit. I mean,
this is easy.
I think it's a lot of different cultures that kind of copy. I mean, we set the trend a lot of times. So, I mean, it makes sense. Us being the original people, everybody came from us. So, if we the big brother, we the original people, they gonna look to us for the
sauce
guidance, the sauce. So, I'm not
man,
surprised about it.
I'm be the odd man out. No, I'm bullshitting.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a hell of a hit. Shit. What more can I say? I mean, she absolutely spot on. I mean, we've talked about it not on this show, but we've talked about it forever and a day. Hell, we was talking about it in high school about this shit at a certain point about how people try to rip us off and we can't get credit for nothing. And the sad part about it, it goes so much deeper than that. It goes so much deeper than just black culture. It stems into the country of America. So many people to this day still don't know a lot of inventions that black people invented. And a lot of inventions that were stolen from black people because they were ignorant of patents and copyright laws and shit like that. Shit like the white man made up because it's his game.
Yeah.
Know what comes to mind? And we used to drink this when we used to go over Hersh's house.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yep.
That
Go
Jack
ahead, man.
Daniel.
Yep.
Jack Daniel.
Uncle Nearest real
Uncle
quick.
Nearest.
Yeah.
We switched Uncle Nearest very quick.
Yep. And that's like I say, like Flye said, that's just one example of so many other things that are hidden throughout history that black people didn't get credit for. So many inventions that even if, and that's not to say that we just built and created every single thing. No. Certain things, like who was that? What was I saying? Okay, everybody gives credit to Edison for the light bulb. But I forget the name of the black man who helped develop the filament inside of the light bulb, who doesn't get credit for it. And I'm sad, and I'm bad. I'm upset at myself right now that I'm doing this black brother a disservice by not even remembering his name, unfortunately, at the moment. I hate that, but and I'm gonna try to go back and make a correction and try to find his name. But the fact being, there are so many things that we have helped push over the line. Hell, just think about it. I went to the movies to see the movie Hidden Figures. The black woman, and I'm drawing a blank on her name too right now, who helped guide the rockets or the shuttle or whatever it was in space. They trusted her numbers, her math numbers.
Mm-hmm.
A black woman. Well, they give credit. They give credit to a black woman who created the alarm system for your house.
Mm-hmm.
Give credit to the black woman for
goes on.
creating GPS, stoplights,
cell
phones.
Dang internet.
Yeah, the list goes on.
That's
Hey,
my
look.
point about.
You said a woman invented GPS.
Yeah.
You just say that? See,
Yeah.
I be telling people that dropping that location shit. I told you. I told them. They thought I was lying. They thought I was lying. They thought I was lying, bro. I said, bro, this is a woman made it. Tell you. Want to know where you at all times.
At all
You
times.
silly as hell. You silly as shit. Hey, you might be onto something with that.
You say that was her inspiration. I gotta find out where my husband going.
Find out where he gonna be at.
Where that nigga at? Where he at?
He said he over John house. Is he?
Oh my God. I wouldn't be surprised. So you never know the true motivations of why some of these things get invented. But I'm saying that for jokes. I'm saying
for sure.
The things she created were beneficial to not just the United States, but to global society.
Right.
So, it's
these should be household names.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But they're not. What do we know them by? We know them by companies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You identify technologies with companies and not necessarily the inventor who created it.
I mean, they stole from each other.
Exactly.
How? I mean, you were just saying Thomas. Was it Tom? Didn't Tom Edison? Was it Thomas Edison who stole from Nikola Tesla?
Exactly. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
You had Nikola Tesla. Dime poor and broke.
Yeah, he was saying Tesla's method was dangerous, and really it was the other way around.
To be 1,000% honest, it's in reverse.
Oh my God. Okay, well, that was our hit and miss segment, and that was our show for this week. Next week will be our 100th episode, and we're still trying to figure out how we're going to do that. How we're going to go about that. It's because it's a special one for us to be able to make it 100 episodes in doing a show that we started 4 years ago.
It speaks volumes about us too. Putting in work even when nobody looking. That's persistence and consistency. Damn.
Sure. Yeah, we've been more consistent as of late. More consistent than we've been. But
we ain't quit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There are a lot of people who started and it was like, this ain't working. They sold their little stuff. They went in the Guitar Center, trade their stuff in. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened. We stubborn. We ain't gonna quit. We might have our down days and weeks, but we ain't quitting. It's just
I mean, look what. Our third host moved out of state. We still like, how we go for let's find out what we gonna do.
Figure it out.
How we gonna put it back together. Did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, and the show is special to us. I just, like I say, thanks for everybody who's been tuning in. Thanks for everybody who has been supporting us up until this point. We definitely appreciate it. And at the end of the day, we're really doing this. We're doing this for us and y'all. We're doing this for everybody. Because perspectives, everybody is entitled to give their perspective. And like what I was saying on last episode or the episode before, they gave everybody a microphone, but not everybody got common sense. So you got a lot of trash ass content out here.
A lot of pinkies, no brain.
Exactly. That's pretty good. You got a lot of nonsense out here, and so our approach is just to approach things with common sense. It could be entertaining, it could be fun, it could be sad, it could be throughout the whole gambit of emotions. But we feel as black men, this is our opportunity to give our perspective from a society that never hears us. This is our safe space.
True that. And we're making it for y'all. Safe space.
It could be your safe space too. You know, and don't get me wrong. Like okay, like I've started posting. I've started posting again some of the clips from our last episode. I posted them on the TikTok page on for Uncultured Roots. And I seen some of the comments I got on there, and not I got on there. It seems some of the comments we got on there, and I didn't respond because again, it's from the Uncultured Roots account. Now, had it been from my personal joint, then
somebody was putting comments on the Uncultured Roots account.
Yeah,
what they say
on one of the videos, they didn't like something that I said. Of course, it's always like that. They never like what the fuck I have to say, and but it's no surprise.
It's your delivery.
It's my delivery. No, I think it's just me. They don't like me. Like, man, they don't like me, my perspective, nothing I stand for. They just don't like nothing. And it's okay. It's fine. I don't care. It is what it ain't at the end of the day. I'm going to continue to do me because this is the only skin I can live in. So I'm going to be who I am. And I encourage everybody to be who they are.
I bet y'all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go on there and see what it is.
Yeah, I saw some of this shit and I just ignored it because I'm like, I'm not finna go back and forth with nobody, not on this account. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. But anyhow,
I live when I get off.
Yeah. But look, not to ramble on. If you're watching this on YouTube, I should have said it in the beginning. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the content. And if you don't, that's understandable. I'm trying to be nice about it because I want to say something else, but it's okay. I'm being nice.
He come a long way, y'all. That should be. Yeah. That should be glad.
I've made a lot of progress.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of progress.
You're doing good, my brother.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you,
that, man. Thank you. That's music to my ears. But we'll see y'all next week.
Follow us on everything. You know what I mean? Facebook, Twitter, the whole game. You know what I mean? Don't be a talker. Be a walker. Follow us everywhere like a stalker. You hear me?
That's the phrase.
Yes, sir.
And for our guests, Tay, where can they find you, man? You on social media?
Somewhat, but not really. I have it, but am I on it? The answer is no.
Brother.
If I post, it's very sporadic.
My brother, you supposed to sell that. What you doing? Yeah,
it's
on
hard,
here.
but it's like I want to be honest because it's like if you follow me on the page and you expect some interaction, you following the wrong nigga. Like I'm not gonna do it.
Oh my God, how you gonna ask people to follow you? You don't interact.
I'm not. No. That's just in general because I'm not on social media like that. Like I'm like you will post something and the chance of me seeing it is probably so slim because I'm probably doing something else.
I don't think you should be saying that right now.
Oh my God.
I shouldn't.
Look, okay.
No.
He's been a guest on the show, and you'll see him again. He'll be back again. Shoot, he might be back for 100th episode. Who knows? Who knows what we're gonna do with that episode in particular?
Yeah.
But you will see him again. He will be back. He'll be having numerous discussions with us, and like I say every week to end the show off, just stay safe out there. It's a crazy world. They're trying to drag us into WW3.
Crazier by the day.
And all you could do is just love the people who you love. Even if things ain't, even if you ain't seeing eye to eye on particular subjects, still love the people that you have in your life because there are some people who are really out here suffering in silence and are by themselves and they don't have anyone.
Right.
And that's another thing we never really talk about in this country that I'm probably going to bring up next episode, maybe.
I was just about to say
men's
that.
mental health.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go too far in it, but look, it's okay. Give somebody a hug. You never know how much that could brighten up a person's day. You never know how close a person is literally to the edge of offing themselves. And one kind gesture can save a life. It really can. It really, really can. Don't be afraid to do something nice for someone. It don't hurt you unless you're just an evil, vile person and it's actually going to hurt you to do something nice. Then by all means, I can't say what I want to say, but just be kind to each other. Love the people you love. And just take care of yourselves out there.
And each other.
But
each other.
Oh my God. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all stay safe out there. Love y'all. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.